Okay guys, welcome back to another Atomic Card video. This is another one of our army list reviews. Just talking about an army that we've taken to an event and done a little bit alright with. So, Storm here, I have got my Army of Lake Town. You've seen them on before. We did quite nicely at a 400-point event. So there's another video up of them at 400 points. Take a look at the list that's there. This time it's a 550-point list. And as you can see from here, got third place at the Out of the Frying Pan event, which was a 550-point event, a GBHL 80 held in Bicester by Mark Kempster. So, 550-point army, 4 games, 1 day. We didn't know the scenarios or anything in advance, but then he did when he did the live draw, he showed them all off. So the scenarios we're playing were Divide and Conquer, To the Death, Seize the Prize, and Heirlooms of Ages Past. Not in order. We started off the day with Divide and Conquer against some dwarfs. Won that quite handily. The speed of the army, which I'll talk about in a second, really helped. Then we went on to the Death against Army of Dunland. The slowness of Dunland really helped, and the shooting of this army just reduced his force before he even got to me, and then it was good night from there. Heirlooms of Ages Past against Angmar we lost. Bird picked up the relic quite early. There wasn't really an awful lot I could do about it. I just tried to get out there with some points of breaking, so which I did, so that was nice. And then the final game was the Seize Prize, which was against the Blackgate Opens. He picked up early the prize, but left his guy exposed. So I chucked Bard in there and heroic combated off him, back out 10 inches again on his horse, and then he ran away, basically. So, the army list, what we got. So, the quick by numbers is it is 42 troops, 48 models in total. So very high numbers, and we've got some nice synergies on the table here. So we've got the Master of Lake Town in the middle, just it. He is our leader. He's got with him 3 Lake Town Guard with bows, 3 Lake Town Guards with swords, and 6 Lake Town Guard with spear. Then I have got Bard on his horse over here. He's got his 2 daughters with him, and they have got with them 6 Lake Town Guard with bow and 6 Lake Town Guard with spear. Then you've got Alfrid just off to this side. He's got 5 Lake Town Guard with sword, and 5 Lake Town Guard with bows and spears. And then you've got Braga in the back. He has got 4 Lake Town Guard with sword, and 4 Lake Town Guard with spear. Obviously the Braga model's not actually available, so that one is just a Theoden. It's a Lake Town model on some rocks with a Theoden head on it, basically, and then painted bright red so it sticks out. So yeah, lots of models. There's 14 bows in there, and then Bard with his rapid fire great bow. So huge amount of range threat. If anyone didn't know, we'll talk about quickly. The Lake Town army relies very heavily on synergies. So I've got myself here the Master of Lake Town. So the Master of Lake Town has himself a 12-inch bubble of +1 fight and a banner. So he puts himself up to, puts all of the Lake Town Guard up to fight 4 and counts as being a banner for them, which is just delightful. If you run Survivors, Bard gets the same buff, except he only puts up to fight 3. So that's why he's here. You've then got, he spends a point of might to do that, sorry. So point of might to do that. Then you've got Alfrid. Alfrid can use one of his 3 points of will to give someone a point of might. So they have to have the Lake Town keyword, but you know, that's fine in this list. So on a 2-up, he gives them point of might back. Not back, sorry, a point of might. It doesn't have to be back. On a 1-up, he takes it off him. So what he does there is he gives some more might to the Master, So Master's now got 4 or 5 turns of fight 4 across your whole army. Sometimes I don't bother and give it to Bard instead, but that's only if I don't think that I'm going to be having like a grindy outwar with some warriors. If I'm fighting against fight 5 or something, I might not bother, like elves, or goblins at fight 2 or something like that. Then you've got Braga. So Braga's a 3 might captain. He's got heroic march and heroic defense, but he also, on a 4 up, if he calls a heroic within 6 inches of the master, that heroic is free. So that's quite nice. And then you've got Bard. So Bard is a 3 attack, 3 light, 3 wounds, a bit of a monster. Put him on a horse and some armor. Then you give him the 2 kids. What the 2 kids do is if Bard's within 6 inches of them, he gets +1 fight, and he can call a heroic combat for free. So he's now fight 6 and can do heroic combats for free. If you kill one of the children, he goes angry and has to charge whoever killed him, and then he's in like a rampage and has to charge for the rest of the game. But just don't let that happen. He if you only have one of the kids within 6 of him, he only goes up to fight 6. If you have the 2 kids, he gets the free heroic combats. So basically, it all works around lots of these synergies. I tend to play most of the games with these 3 in the back there, calling heroic moves and things in Braga, heroic marches, and just chucking the troops in, while Bard either goes hero killing or just tends to act as a bit of a hammer and kill 2 or 3 troops a turn. He was dropping 4 dwarfs a turn in the game I played against some dwarfs, just because they were the D6 dwarfs, but with the horse as well, getting his knockdowns, it's just fantastic. So yeah, that's how that kind of all works together. If you're looking at trying to face something like this and bring it down, the best thing to do is also try and get those key synergy pieces out of there. Once you drop someone like the Master down, the whole army just becomes instantly less good. So one of the things you can do to him is you can use magic to transfix him, and by doing that you can kind of shut off all of that 12-inch banner thing, because that's an active rule that he has to use. So transfix him stops him from doing that. The other thing you can do is use flying monsters to get into the back of him. Do that. Bard himself, first thing you need to do is really get him off that horse. That horse should be target priority number 1 if you've got a fair bit of shooting. And then remember that these guys are only defense 4, so they don't really want to be trying to grind out a shield wall on shield wall fight. They they don't stand up well to consistent pressure like that. They also don't win out in wars of attrition in terms of like shooting wars very often. I might have 14 bows and Bard, but being only defense 4 means that anything that's got a high defense and is shooting back at me is probably going to do a fair bit of damage. So that's kind of the main things to do. Use magic and things to get rid of the Master, or try and separate him off. They really struggle on they sometimes struggle on Maelstrom if it gets split up, because again they need those synergies. And that's about it really. That's your main reasons. Take down the weak bits, so the Master, the kids, that kind of thing, and then you kind of lose control of all of the buffs. So yeah, that's my army late down. Hopefully we'll be using it again, and if you want to, there is a video up on the channel of us trying to use it against the Lee's dwarfs. It was one of the earlier times that I've used them, so there are a couple of little mistakes, and it's quite fun to listen to Lee's talk about why they're slightly silly, because they shouldn't really be as good as they are, because it's late down, they're hardly in the films, and yet they are quite a potent army. But yeah, thanks for sticking around with us. If you like this kind of thing, don't forget, like, subscribe, let us know in the comments. If not, see you next time.